Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Inside the green room here at the Sonora Conference Center, it's another episode of the NorCal SportsTV Weekly Recap Show. And we say hello to you all once again. Keith Jogonatis here alongside my co-host of this show, my partner, my friend Dustin Pageant. D-Page, 7 events, literally 7 events here on NorCal SportsTV all last week. Are you ready to get to all of them, partner?
Definitely, Keith. It was our busiest week of the season, and I want to get straight to it. We have Monte Vista and San Ramon. Very exciting game.
Yes, anytime you talk about Monte Vista and San Ramon Valley, those are fighting words for both those teams, Mustangs and Wolves. Coming into this matchup, the Wolves were looking for their 4th straight win in a span of over 3 seasons against Monte Vista. Monte Vista has had an impressive season up to this point, going 7-2, 3-1 in league play, and with NCS playoff seedings on the line. This matchup was very, very, very highly contested, and everybody wanted to win it. So, without further ado, let's bring in the highlights. D-Patch, buckle up. Here we go. Second quarter, 2:10, almost the 2-minute mark. Jack Quigley quickly gets away from that sack, avoiding, dodging traffic, finds his man, J.P. Murphy, in the back of the end zone. What a grab there by Murphy.
Amazing play there for Quigley and Murphy.
Then Jack Stewardson, 1:16 to play in the second. Connor SHAY, get off me! And Connor SHAY is inside the 10-yard line, 33-yard completion from Stewardson. And then Stewardson, who else would he look to? Connor SHAY again in the back of the end zone. Big-time grab by the men in white.
Yeah, this went from 0-0 game almost at halftime, Keith, and both teams put up a touchdown right before the half.
Then Justin lights, camera, and a whole bunch of yards on the deep pass from Quigley. 8:38 to play. Third quarter now. 4th and 5. Chase Salisbury. 38-yard field goal. When you've got the leg deep Page, you've got to let him kick it.
38 yards is a long field goal in the high school realm.
Still, now we get to the good part. 4th down. Nate RUTCHENA on 4th and 1 on the pass from Stewardson, and they're in business, Monte Vista. 39 seconds left. The game on the line. 4th down. This is Nathan Price from 28 yards. The price was right. We're going to overtime.
What a game we have here, Keith.
So now, overtime. Quigley looking for somebody, anybody, just throws it up. Jared Kenny, how did he come up with that catch and all those hands?
Oh, my. Kenny getting big down there.
17-10. Now Monte Vista once again down to their last crack at it. 4th and 12. Jack Stewardson. Captain Jack is back. Somehow Nate RUTCHENA is going to come up with this in the left corner. 17-16.
In double coverage there, he pulls that one in, Keith.
But Monte Vista still has to get the extra point for us to go to an extra overtime period. Well, they got the field goal, so you would think they're going to be fine here. Nathan Price, all those green jerseys jumping up and down, trying to block him. And it's times like this where it makes champions. Games like these make champions. Moments like these make champions. Nathan Price. He didn't see Roman Perrin. One of the 5 fingers say to the football, block. 17-16. San Ramon Valley. They storm the field, and they storm back and beat Monte Vista. Wow. A lot to uncover in this one. 17-16. All Monte Vista needed was an extra PAT D-Patch to send this one into an extra overtime. But Roman Perrin, man, you want to talk about effort. Coaches all the time talk about effort. Perrin with the block there. That was the game.
You got to love it when your special teams is the one that comes up with the victory for you there in the end. But this was a hard-fought battle from start to finish, completely evenly matched teams here. Very good defensive battle, only 33 points scored in this game. Both defenses showed up to play here, but both quarterbacks, Quigley and Stewardson, got the job done when it came down to it. They made the big passes at the right times. This was a great battle, Keith, double overtime. What more could you ask for on senior night, the final game of the season, the regular season, I should say, for these two teams?
I don't believe anybody thought that Quigley, a lone sophomore, was going to be able to handle the way he did that kind of pressure. He's been playing great all year, and obviously he has not played like a sophomore. That is the reason San Ramon Valley is 7-3 on the year. But, I mean, give it to him. He came in there at home. He knew Stewardson was going to give him his best. He delivered. Quigley had some guts there that day.
Yeah, both of his touchdown passes were incredible. Well, the first one we saw on the highlight there, he spun out of the sack and was able to find the guy open in the end zone. And then when we get to overtime, his touchdown pass was thrown into a crowd, and somehow his tight end was able to pull that one down. Quigley had a great game here, Keith, but he's 17-16 overall. Neither team should hold their heads down about this one.
Well, we will wait and see what happens with both Monte Vista and San Ramon Valley. The season is pushed back for the FCS on account of the fire, so they will have to wait to see their seedings in the playoffs going forward for one more week. But needless to say, both those two teams are looking at likely a playoff spot. When you talk about our next game, it is likely that no one was able to get a ticket the way anybody would be able to in the Harvest Bowl. This is a game that sells out every single year. Pittman and Turlock entering their 16th straight meeting between the two teams. Last year, it decided the CCAL championship. Pittman was undefeated. Turlock says, we're going to end that for you right quick. And that ended up winning them the CCAL championship. Ever since then, Turlock has not lost a CCAL game. Pittman at 2-7 didn't have any players coming back from the year before. But like everybody said around the whole team the entire week, if you beat Turlock, that's all that matters. Hey, you can go 0-7 the entire season. If you win one game and it's your rival, who cares? So Pittman trying to get the upset of the year, Turlock trying to keep their winning streak intact. Welcome, my friends, to the Harvest Bowl, the 16th Harvest Bowl. Turlock wins this game. D-Pads, they at least clinch a share of the CCAL championship for the second straight year, 7-2 on the year, undefeated on CCAL play, 1-3 Pittman and CCAL, 2-7 on the year. We picked this one up in the first quarter. Turlock driving. Brock Paisley, Anthony Frias had a little shoulder problem the week before. There ain't no shoulder problem now. Frias walks in for a touchdown. Hello, Mr. Frias.
That was an easy one for him. Just an easy 5-yard scamper for the touchdown.
So 3rd and 4. Now Turlock once again has the football back and deep in Pittman territory at the 2:24 mark of the first quarter. Brock Paisley, we're going to float this one to my main man, HB. Holding ball, win 14-0, just like that. Second quarter now, 8:40 to play. Ball in Pittman territory from about the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Pump fake to the flat. Holden Baldwin. I showed you once. I'm going to show you again. Touchdown. 21-0 Turlock just like that. Then they go for it on a 4th and 7 with 2:44. And Cade Gilbert streaking down the right sideline. Picks up a black. 28-0 Turlock just like that as Gilbert gets launched into the end zone. 4:52 to play. Third quarter. This is all but the icing on top. Anthony Frias loses the ball. He was down. Doesn't matter. 34-0 Turlock. PAT is no good. But not to be outdone. There would be no goose egg for the Pittman Pride as Avalos in on the rushing touchdown. 34-7 Turlock at this point in the contest with 6:26 to play. But Turlock says, you know what? We're not done scoring. Hello, Luke Marson. Hello, defense. You weren't ready for him, but Marson was. Touchdown, Luke Marson. 41-7 is the finalist. Turlock beats Pittman. And what can you say right now? I mean, in certain rivalry matchups, Dustin Paget, your rival sometimes has the advantage over you. Right now, Turlock, they have won at least 3 straight Harvest Bowl games, and they tack on another one in 2019. I would not want to play Turlock if I was anybody in that D1 playoff bracket.
Hey, definitely not, Keith. We had the pleasure of being able to attend this game ourselves, and I will say when we walked into this one, there were tailgaters everywhere. It was sold out. The environment was raucous, and it was that way for a reason. These Turlock Bulldogs are playing their best football of the season. Perfect timing heading into the playoffs. They're playing Del Oro tomorrow night at home. It's going to be a good one, Keith.
I will say this about Pittman. Kudos to them. Anytime you lose your entire team the year before and you have to come back and play football, it is not easy. Football is not an easy game, as you know. But it's not easier, or it doesn't make it any easier when you lose your entire team. You got no one who knows the playbooks, no one who knows any of the audibles, the hot routes. 2-7 is a disappointing year in a lot of people's eyes. But for what they did this year, it's an accomplishment.
Yes, Pittman Pride have nothing to hold their heads down about. They should be very prideful of the way that they performed. They did not give up in this one at the end of the game. They battled back in the second half, scored a couple of touchdowns late in this game. Good job for the Pittman Pride to battle in this Harvest Bowl. But, hey, Turlock Bulldogs, they are a wrecking ball at the moment, Keith.
Turlock now 8-2 on the season. They finish once again with a perfect record in the CCAL League, winning the league for a second straight year. They will play Del Oro at home this Friday in the first round of the D1 Sac Joaquin Section Football Playoffs. Wish them the best of luck, them and Del Oro. 2 more teams that round out our high school coverage this week on the NorCal Sports TV Weekly Recap Show. Sonora and Somerville. It is a tale of 2 different teams. Sonora, very low budgeted. Somerville, very big budgeted. Sonora, not a lot of, I guess you could say, panache when it comes to their competition in the Motherlode League play, but they've dominated regardless. For Somerville, it has been a struggle all year. 3-6 coming into this one, 1-3 in league. For Sonora, obviously every single year they beat opponents in the Motherlode League every single time. They're no stranger to that. But would they be able to take down a rival in Somerville who, speaking record-wise, has had a couple games where they've gotten the best of them? Well, we shall see. DJ, drop that beat. Sonora Wildcats. Somerville Bears in this one. 4-5 Sonora. Somerville 3-6, and we'll pick this one up in the first quarter. 10-16 to play. 1st and 7. Old Elijah McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O, and he has a touchdown to boot.
Hey, that's a great way to start. They go down on the opening drive for 7.
So now, first quarter, 7:43. Somerville driving, 1st and 10. Jaden BROCCHINI to the corner. When he throws it deep pads and he's accurate, he's as good as anyone in the area. Touchdown, Daniel Gregston.
Yes, that was a great job from Gregson to bring that one down in the back of the end zone after he was interfered with.
14-7 as Sonora scored previously another touchdown before that touchdown grab from Gregston. Then it's Justin Morgan, 21-7 to the corner, and Sonora still got a 2-touchdown lead.
Rushing the ball is the Sonora Wildcats' best play.
It is also the best option for Somerville. When you got a quarterback like Jaden BROCCHINI running the rock, you're scheduled to go to a touchdown any single given moment. 21-14, just like that. Then Josiah Bradford. I'll get in on the fun, too, running the football. 28-14 Sonora. Then, once again, why not? Elijah McDonald had a touchdown. E-I-E-I-O. 35-14 Sonora at that point. And then Justin Morgan, I think I want one more of those touchdowns too. 42-14 at that point in the competition. And that is the final. Sonora at 500 to end the year, beating Somerville 42-14. Man, what a year for the Sonora Wildcats. Every year this seems to be the plan. Schedule a strong out-of-league schedule, and then come in, get ready for it with Mother Lode League play. You're already ready with that big out-of-league schedule. Works like a charm.
Yeah, after starting off the season roughly with 0-3 losses in the non-league play, they come into the league and only lose one game. They only had one blip the whole season. Here, as you see, they had 6 rushing touchdowns, Keith, which they've been doing all season long. Crockett might not throw the ball very often, but he does not need to. They continuously can score the ball on the ground. One of the best rushing teams that we've seen personally all year round.
Yes, I will give it to Nick Crockett. He continues to work that offense like magic. He loves running the football. He can throw it. But this is a team that primarily focuses on the run. If you're going to beat Sonora in the playoffs, you got to account for that running game. When you got so many weapons, it's hard.
Yeah, the offensive line as well gets it. That's where it starts. And the running backs have to get good blocking up front, and their offensive line is always dominating their opponent. Now in the playoffs, it's going to be a little bit different. They're going to might have to mix it up a little bit, throw the ball maybe a few more times than just two or three times a game. Maybe give them 5 or 10 pass attempts for Crockett. Mix it up a bit in the playoffs.
Well, we will see what happens to the Sonora Wildcats in the playoffs as they take on Golden Sierra in round 1 coming up. We shall wait and see what those Wildcats do. All right, so high school football season is rounding out. Dustin Padgett, while we're so sad to see it go, it's near the tail end. Do you know what that means, partner?
Basketball time.
That's right. We got basketball at the JUCO level. We got football at the JUCO level. Teams like MJC, San Diego City, and Santa Rosa, City College of SF, and it's all coming up next here on the NorCal Sports TV Weekly Recap Show. Welcome back to the NorCal Sports TV Weekly Recap Show. Keith Joganatis alongside my host, my co-host, my partner, Dustin Padgett. High school football is nearing a close this season. While we're so sad to see it go, we now bring you junior college hoops on NorCal Sports TV. Yes, we do great junior college hoops coverage every single year, and we started it off this past weekend, Dustin Padgett, with 2 big-time showdowns in the San Francisco tournament. Number 2 preseason ranked San Diego City got off to a bad start this year so far, 0-2 against 2-0 Santa Rosa. San Diego City, as I mentioned, number 2 to start the polls, but Santa Rosa is no slouch themselves. The Bear Cubs finished 12th last year in the rankings, 21-7. They're 20th to start the season this year. You got 2 teams that really have aspirations of vaulting into the top 10 and really making a name for themselves come postseason time. So without further ado, let's get to it. San Diego City, Santa Rosa from San Francisco in that big old tournament that we all love to see. Look at those logos. So classy, so cool, so dynamic. Chris Babcock on the call with this one as SDCC looking to finally get number 1 win on the year for them. 19:37 to go. Kai Huntsberry for 3, and boom goes the dynamite. Kai Huntsberry is going to have a great year. He's one of the most prolific scorers in the JUCO scene at the NorCal level. 8:20, first quarter, put back, and the foul. Eddie Turner after the miss, and he'll go to the line. 5:26 to play now. 19-13 SDCC. Look at that one by Shannon Ferguson from 2. Then 29-26 Santa Rosa Junior College. Huntsberry, step back, bang. You bet he knocks down that one. 7:32 the steal. And with it is Wallace, who got picked. And the other way goes SDCC for the easy 2 points there. So back, here we go, 32-29 San Diego Community College. And then the inside dish up top off the great pass from Huntsberry. And look at this San Diego City team, D-Patch. They are rolling right now.
And one on that one. What a finish.
10:37 to play in this one. Huntsberry to Garrett Seabrins with a big-time 3. 8 points off the bench for him. 7:47 to play. Damian Wallace the other way. Layup with the left hand. 7 points off the assist from Landon Cartman. 7:30 to go now. Big-time step-off pass to Hovas, who dumps it inside. 4:50, 51-47, SDCC. Davis to Hovas for 3. Bang, you better believe it. 1:20 in the second half. Shannon Ferguson driving inside. Fergalicious with the floater there. Big-time move by Ferguson.
Yeah, keeping them in it here down the late stretch of this game.
Now we go to the second half. Huntsberry's going to show you what he can do with the floater. Boom! With 42 seconds left, that's going to be the dagger. And wow, what a job by Huntsberry there to end that one.
Yeah, Huntsberry is one of the best players, as you said, and not just on their team, but in this whole league. And he really showed dominating performance here tonight. They were down a bit here in the second half where they keep him and made a nice little comeback to finish this one off.
Everyone was utilizing the floater move today. 63-57 is the final as San Diego City finally gets win number 1 on the year at the SF City Tournament. And a lot to digest here. SDC has one of the most talented lineups in the country. And if Kai Huntsberry plays the way he always does, I mean, they're going to be in contention for a state championship.
Huntsberry got a pure shot. He also likes to assist. He's very good all-around player. Huntsberry is a guy that you will see and hear moving forward in his career, Keith. And you know what? They came out with a rough start, as you mentioned, at 0-2, but they came out and played a good game here. It was not an easy one by any means. As you mentioned, the Bear Cubs, they're no slouch. They were ranked 20th here coming into the season. And they played a very good game. They had the lead for periods of this game. It was back and forth. It was a very exciting game to watch, Keith.
Santa Rosa is another team I'm intrigued to see. Last year, they had a lot of guys that were, I don't want to say inexperienced, but they played above their years. Now those guys are a year older and a year wiser playing the game of basketball. That's got to be an advantage with any team they play, especially when you have a bunch of teams around the area in Northern California that are bringing in all these freshmen. Santa Rosa really didn't bring in a whole bunch of people. They just sort of replenished the guys that left as sophomores, and with the guys that were freshmen last year, they're going to be a tough team too.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to have a good season, and we'll look out for them down the road to see possible playoff contenders there.
Yep, so coming up next, Santa Rosa will play SF at home this Saturday, while SD City will host Orange Coast at their own invitational, the night tournament this Saturday. So a lot to look forward to. There is a lot to look forward to in the next game that we are going to talk about. Yuba College 49ers at 2-0. City College of SF Rams at 2-0. The City College Rams last year losing in the state championship 85-79 to Ventura. But this year, they feel like they are going to replenish and win the state championship. That is their goal. Not just get to the state championship, but win the state championship. Yuba is no slouch themselves. They've won their conference the last 13 out of 16 years. And a win over SF City would definitely put them in contention, possibly, for the right to claim their own navigational path towards the state championship. So a lot to get into. Let's do it. Yuba and SF City College. Rams 49ers. NFL, no, it's JUCO basketball. So let's do it here as Yuba and the Rams. Someone's gotta go. Pick this one up first half, 1948. Miles Norris from downtown. D-Patch, this guy can shoot it.
Splash.
Miles Norris is one of the most prolific scorers in the NorCal scene, and we're not just saying that. You're going to find out why in this game. Jacob Henry the other way from downtown. So, Miles Norris Again, why not? 22 points in this one for Norris. This kid was on pure fire. So, pick it up, 16-10. Cornell Greenwood from the same spot that Henry dropped that bomb. 14-16, Yuba down to this point. This is Dale Curry from Sheldon. Yes, went from Sacramento to Sheldon and to San Francisco, and this kid is out there balling. 19-17, City College SF. Inside, great feed from Kyrie Bound. So, as Greenwood dishes off to Connor Baroni there at the 10:23 mark. We're deadlocked at 19, but not for long as Dale Curry knocks down another three. Then with the putback, emphatic dunk, it's Say Riley with 9:51 to play. 9:05, first half. Miles Norris again from downtown. At this point, City College of SF has a 36-21 lead, and they're not letting up. Inside, the steal and the shot is good. 6:32 in the first half. Miles Norris, why not D-Patch? Another three-pointer.
He was on fire here in the first half, Keith, and they are in the middle of a 24-2 run.
And it's Darion Trammell, who had 5 points, or actually 15 points. He had 5 rebounds on the night. 38 seconds left. First half, Dale Curry, make it rain, young man. Second half, 16:33. Norris from Adenyi. What a bounce pass, and the finish on the opposite side of the rim. So, now, 15:44 to play. Brandon Resek, who did not score at all remotely in the first half. He had 15 to end this one, but Resek kept in check for most of this game. He'll fire up another three. Resek is the main scorer for Yuba. They kept him in check, and the rest was, well, you just saw right there what the rest was. 248, and the putback dunk from Urbina. 98-67 is the final. City College of SF showing you why. And we look at this Fit GoPro player of the game.
Player of the game with 22 points. But what I was impressed about tonight is you guys have the big lead, but you're still playing very aggressive, prideful defense.
Yeah, Coach does a lot of emphasis on, closing out games, playing defense for full 40 minutes. That's what we try to do every day, every game. In practice, we play, 20-minute games, full court press each other. So I think we're getting used to it. We're getting it right.
And everybody's hungry for playing time because that's a deep roster. So even late in the game, guys are scrambling for loose balls. You were, Urbina was. So that pressure of, I better go get this because there's somebody else on the bench. You start off earlier in the game hitting a couple of threes. Then the defense got to come out with you. Then you put the ball on the floor. Then that just opens up the whole offense for the Rams.
Yeah, I'm trying to come out strong. I know teams are going to try to key in on me, so try to come out hot, get it's going to get open shots for a lot of other guys on the floor as well.
And your teammates know if you go to the basket, you're not going to you can go and you're very capable. We know that, but you also will dish. So that trust factor, building that throughout the season's got to be very important.
Yeah, I think everybody on this team can make a play, just playmakers. We go out and play, kind of like pick up a little bit, but Coach lets us play the way we like to play, and I think that helps us out a lot.
Miles, thanks for your time. Congratulations. Miles Norris, our Fit Pro Go player of the game.
Okay, Miles Norris, 22 points, a game high to lead City College of SF to a 98-67 win over Yuba College. And really, you saw why City College of SF is the #1 team in the JUCO rankings, Dustin Padgett. When you got a guy like Miles Norris from Oregon who plays the way he does, he can shoot the three, he's big, he's lanky, he can finish inside. I mean, when they got Miles Norris and he's healthy, all systems go.
Hey, 98 points scored in the game. I mean, if you score 98 points in two 20-minute halves, I mean, likely you're going to have a good outcome. Our prior game that we just showed you guys was a 65-59 final. I mean, neither team scored more than 70 points. Yuba finished with 67. So if they had played one of their opponents in the prior game, they would have come out on top. Nothing that they could really do. They battled for about 10 minutes of the first half here. It was even around the 20 mark, but then at that point, a 24-2 run. Never looked back from there. This team is going to be hard, if not impossible, to beat this year if they continue to play like that, Keith.
Well, they will continue to play as they play at Santa Rosa this Saturday. Meanwhile, Yuba will once again be on the road against Folsom Lake this Friday. So we'll wait and see what those two teams do on the hardwood. getting back to football, there is still junior college football to play, and we just had City College, so why not? City College Rams and the Chabot Gladiators. Both teams that have combined 9-4, 5-2 the Rams, 4-2 for Chabot. Chabot didn't play last week because of Santa Rosa due to the fires around the area, so that game is postponed for a later date. Meanwhile, City College beat Diablo Valley in a close one, 22-14. So Chabot, who hadn't played in over 2 weeks, is taking on a City College team that just got in a big, huge tug-of-war match against Diablo Valley, 22-14. We're going to find out what happens. City College of SF Rams, 5-2. Chabot College Gladiators, 4-2 at home. Chabot been playing so good up to this one, D-Patch.
Oh, yeah, Chabot has been on fire. They've had a 3-game winning streak.
All right, first quarter. This is Triple J. JAMAR Julien Jr. 3 J's, 1 touchdown. 7-0 City College SF, just like that.
Good, powerful run there.
Pick this one up in the second quarter. 13:20 to play as the clock continues to tick on first and goal. DeMonte ALEEM, 7-yard touchdown run. Double-digit scoring effect right there for City College of SF, 14-0. Then Dominic SOOS. It's going to be a 24-yard field goal, 9:33 in the second quarter. It is 17-0 City College of SF, just like that. Still in the second quarter, and City College is on pure fire. Ethan Bullock Jr. to Roderick Gaskins Jr. A whole lot of juniors. 1 touchdown, 24-0 City College of SF.
They're really steamrolling here in the first half, Keith.
Chase Akaka had played so good the last couple of weeks, still playing good here as he threads the needle to Kyrie Harris from 4 yards for the touchdown for the Gladiators. Picking it up once again in the second quarter, Julien Jr., his second rushing touchdown of the night. PAT no good, 30-7, City College of SF. 4th and 4 here. Dominic SOOS, 21-yard field goal. Zing! It's a low liner, but it's still good. 33-7, City College of SF at that point. Rams in the red zone territory with 1:35 in the third. Demetrius Gutu. Well, the football was good to City College of SF all night. He snags this one. 40-7 is the final as City College of SF continues the rule. Man, you know, the way Chabot been playing the last couple of weeks, you thought this one would be closer.
Yeah, very disappointing performance here for Chabot. They've had a really good run this season, however, and when you go on the road to play a team like the City College Rams, you're not going to have a really good outlook, and, you know, they didn't come out and play very well here. 40-7, you know, got blown out of the water, but you know what? That's a tough game to play, to go on the road in there anytime.
If you're going to beat City College of SF, obviously they have 2 losses. This is, or I guess you could say a down year for the Rams.
Right.
When you lose 2 games, that's your down year. I mean, hey, you can't beat that. But this is a team still, if they get in the right situation come postseason, they're tough. They can beat anybody.
Oh, yeah, I think that they're going to have a good run here in the playoffs. Just because they've had a little bit of an off year does not mean that they're not going in at the right time. If they continue to play like they did against Chabot here, they're going to have no problems. And their running attack was right on point with Julien. I mean, he's a very patient runner. As you saw, both of his touchdowns there had a lot of patience involved in his run, and he's also got quite a burst.
Well, we will see what happens as Chabot plays at San Mateo this weekend on Saturday. City College of SF playing at Santa Rosa this Saturday as well. There was another JUCO matchup that we all really wanted to see what was going to go down in Modesto Town, that is. Fresno City, the away team, 5-2, undefeated in league play at 2-0, coming off a 27-10 win over Sac City. The Junior College Pirates of Modesto, what a year they've had. 1 lone loss to San Mateo, 6-1, 2-0 coming into this one. And they beat down West Hills Coalinga 66-12. So both teams were coming in with a whole lot of momentum. So one has to win, one has to lose. You know how this works. I don't need to explain it to you. We go to the highlights. Snow City Rams, Modesto Junior College Pirates, 5-2 Rams, 2-0 in league play, 6-1 Pirates, 2-0 in league play. Hey, we got something in common here, all right? Pick this one up in the first quarter, 7:31, 4th and 8. Parker Bonin been such a great kicker all year, D-Patch.
Oh, yeah, it's always key when your kicker's giving you points.
3-0 MJC. Back-to-back kicker highlights? What is this? It's Private Eye Jack Cooper on the scene. 12:22 mark of the second quarter. 23-yard field goal good.
Might not be the last time we hear from the kickers here, Keith.
No, you're right. 44 seconds in the second quarter. You guessed it. Private Eye Jack Cooper back on the scene. I'll solve this case. Book him, Dano. 6-3 Fresno City, just like that. Pick this one up in the third quarter. 9:10 to play. Jonah Johnson. Milton Clements. With a name like Milton Clements, you're destined to become a football star. He finds the end zone. 92 yards. touchdown, 13-3 Fresno City, just like that. Then Marcus Washington. George Washington crossed the Delaware. Marcus crossed the end zone. 20-3, just like that, Fresno City. Danny Velasquez. Well, if Johnson's going to show his arm, I'll show mine. J.P. Jordan Porter from 72-yard touchdown.
Modesto trying to battle back in it.
Fourth quarter, 13-10. It's Velasquez again. 50 yards this time to Brandon Gray, and it's right in shop for Modesto, deep inside Fresno City territory. Give me that super Peyton bass. 2017, Modesto Junior College driving, but under 2 minutes. Velasquez intercepted. Xavier Alexander returns this 31 yards with 1:30 to play.
What a job for the defense there, and that's going to seal it.
All right, Fresno City, Rico Rosario. What a name, what a run. 11-yard touchdown, 26-17. Fresno City, just like that, under a minute to go. It's not Velasquez in at quarterback. It's Patrick Neves, and it's Lucas Curtis with a 12-yard scoop and score for the touchdown, 26-24. Can MJC control the destiny? Can they get some more magic? Onside kick, negative. It goes right to Fresno City, and the Rams come into Modesto Junior College and beat the MJC Pirates. This is a game that statistically, Dustin Padgett, MJC, I mean, you look at the stats, I mean, they had 21 points scored in the fourth quarter. They had more yards. They won the first down, 22-20 battle. They didn't win the game, though.
No, they did not. It was a very exciting game. First half, it was all defense. We just saw 3 field goals. Second half, the offenses both woke up. We saw a 92-yard touchdown and a 72-yard touchdown pass. But that third quarter was the key there for Fresno. They were able to score 3 touchdowns in that third quarter and take the lead. And they went up 20-3, and they did not look back. They scored a late touchdown at the end of the game, 26-17. So even though we saw another late touchdown from Modesto, once they had that 26-17 lead with just a couple minutes left, Keith, it was going to be hard sailing at that point.
I will give Fresno City credit for this in that you would not expect them. If you were telling me last week when we did these previews, if Fresno City was going to win this game, they had to outscore Modesto. I mean, it's easier said than done, but, I mean, San Mateo caught them on a bad day, and Velasquez was hurt, and Velasquez wasn't hurt during this game, but they played Modesto Junior College at their best, and they won.
Yes, the defense played an amazing game. They didn't give up any real points until the fourth quarter, so they played 3 solid quarters against that offense. They held Velasquez in check and were able to come out with their biggest win of the season, Keith.
Velasquez, 9 of 16, 1 touchdown, 193 yards on the day. So this coming week, Fresno will play Sequoias at home. MJC will play Sac City on the road, and we will play some commercials and thank some of our amazing sponsors. When we come back, we got 3 games this week on NorCal Sports TV. We're going to preview each 3. Don't go away. NorCal Sports TV weekly recap show will be back right after this. We welcome back to the NorCal Sports TV weekly recap show. Keith Jogonatis alongside Dustin Padgett. D-Padge, we literally just covered every single game last week, and the great thing about NorCal Sports TV, we're always reloaded. We have new games every single week. So we got 3 on tap for this week, and are you ready to go, my friend?
Yes, sir. We've got 1 football and 2 basketball games ahead of us.
And we start with the 1 football game, Sac City and MJC football. MJC looking to rebound after their loss against Fresno City. How do you think they're going to respond?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're Sacramento natives, you and I. We know Sac City this year. They're having a real rough year. So I feel like this is going to be a good rebound here for MJC. They came off a rough loss, tough at home, but now they're going on the road versus a team that's struggling mightily. I feel like they're going to come out, and Velasquez is going to get the job done. It's probably going to be a pretty good output here offensively for MJC.
We'll wait and see how MJC responds in that one. We go to hoop season in the JUCO ranks. Marin at 1-1 on the road, coming into the Oak Pavilion against the Columbia Claim Jumpers this Saturday at 6 p.m. Claim Jumpers 2-0 to start the year. D-Padge, last year the Claim Jumpers went months without losing. What do you think this season's going to be like?
I feel like they're going to have a great year. They're coming out here at home. They got 2 games in a row. They're looking to go 4-0 this weekend.
Yes, because the next game on tap is Diablo Valley that next day, who has not played yet. That'll be their first game of the season against Columbia. And really, you don't know what to expect from Diablo Valley, but if you win against Marin, that makes that game a little easier. But nonetheless, you can't look forward. You got to focus on the games at hand.
Hey, for Diablo Valley, you very well could be coming in and playing a 3-0 team, but you know what? That's a good test to start your season. It's not a bad thing to start your preseason games out playing teams that are good.
Well, it is not a bad thing at all, and it is not a bad thing for you to continue to watch us here at NorCal Sports TV. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, and the same results, giving you all the new best games around the area at NorCal Sports, from the high school to the JUCO ranks. For my partner, Dustin Paget, I'm Keith Joganata, signing off here from the podcast green room in the Sonora Conference Center, saying goodbye, and we'll see you soon on the NorCal Sports TV Weekly Recap Show.